South Texas. It's the day after Christmas, Boxing Day for our friends up north, and we're back at the ranch for an annual tradition.
Again, find it, see it? You can rack the next one and then put it on safe. Push it in, all the way in, down. Now pull it back. Now get comfortable again before you take the shot.
This is Callan Nessel, son of Yamaha's Steve Nessel, and he's been here before, a few times.
We're in Bracketville, Whitetail Diaries deer camp for the annual youth hunt. It's been many, many years coming out here, and it's always a good time, mostly.
Talk to me.
Those are yours, Callan.
I'm a man of no words. Preston, Callan, with the bigger, Mr. Wade says, adult version of a 6'5".
And this is something Callan and I have been coming to for several years. Preston, this is the second year in a row, so it's part due of the Callan and Preston show, and I'm tired.
The Whitetail Diaries crew has been hosting youth hunts for years. Spring turkey, small game, hogs, and watching young hunters graduating to exotics and then whitetail. We've seen kids on their first hunt and some on their fifth. We're lucky to have been part of the family tradition for so many. On this week's entry in the Yamaha Whitetail Diaries, it's all about tradition and patience. You've met the Nessel crew. The other half of the equation this week is Yamaha's Scott and Cullen newbie. This is Cullen's third year at camp, and he's getting to be an old hand.
I just like knowing that I'm gonna have fun and everybody there is just enthusiastic.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's such a great time to be able to come out here, spend time with him, and kind of pass on those traditions, and best of all, even do it with other great people, with Steve and Callan and Preston, and even Wade and Angel and Kevin, and just having that great time together, great time in the stand, great time at camp, and having fun with everyone.
While Scott and Cullen finish filling feeders, we'll head back to camp where a post-Christmas surprise is waiting. Our friends at Umarex USA sent down a handful of the Umarex Complete Pellet Air Rifles, and the dynamic duo got busy with assembly, scope mounting, and then dialing it in.
I don't want to do it for you. I want you to kind of read and work your way through it.
Wade and Steve kept an eye out and offered advice, but this job fell to the boys.
Is it a negative thread?
Okay, now when this thing gets on there, it has the ability and the juice to fire.
Right away.
So now you really have to understand that it's potentially could go off at any time. So now muzzle control is more important.
Now what don't you do?
Yeah.
Don't point it at people.
You might want to make
After dinner, they all went out for some sporting competition.
We've got a new feature in youth camp. It's glow-in-the-dark balloon air gun derby. I really don't know what to call it. So kids are super excited. We got these Umarex air guns that they're actually really nice pieces of machinery, or they're nice little firearms. They're really accurate pellet guns. You have to respect them, so we've been talking with the boys about setting them up, supervision, treating them like a real firearm. They've had a couple good days of hunting, and now they're hopefully coming down after dinner, but we got one more little fun thing for them to do. So we got balloons mounted to these targets, and we'll see if we can slow them down enough to get through the process. Right? It's not about speed, it's about procedure and accuracy. And now they're just gonna, we'll see what happens.
Save the
Green one.
green one, Frank.
Save the green one.
Is that the one straight out?
Yes.
I'm going left. That's
He's
the way I
colorblind.
time.
okay.
So it's not that stupid a question.
With the kids knocking them down, everybody else got in on the game. Angel showed them all how it was supposed to be done. Stepping up, she fired one shot, one kill. LED lit balloons, probably on your favorite website. It's well before sunrise and everybody is up. Scott and Cullen are heading out on their own, and we'll catch up with them later. But getting the morning started, we're with Callan, Preston, and Steve as they head out with Wade on camera for their first morning's hunt.
Hello. Test 1, 2, 3. Who are you?
I am Callan Nessel. Where is it?
What are you going to do this morning, Callan Nessel?
I'm gonna hunt.
Why are you putting your mouth next to the microphone?
Because I had to find it.
You had to find it, make sure it's still there.
Yeah.
What do you think your dad thinks of all that?
I think I'm dumb.
I doubt that.
Maybe annoying on purpose.
What are we getting ready to go do?
Hunt.
What are we gonna hunt?
Durr.
Dar. And he's your friend.
Yeah.
All you can do is giggle. I understand. I'm the same way. Steve, what's the plan?
Well, the inflatables and lights are still hung in camp, so it means it's a youth hunt. Callan and his buddy, not just friend, but Preston, are here again for part due. 2 years in a row for these two. Callan's been out quite a few years. We're going to be looking for a decent buck for him. We'll see what comes through because it's really warm. I got one layer on. It's December. I'm usually got 6 or 7. I got 14-year-old language over here next to me, so we're going to get in the blind, try and get quiet, try and keep them off their phones, and just see what comes through first morning.
For both Steve and Callan, this trip has been a long time coming.
When we were making plans to come out here, I think for me, I was a little surprised, and I don't know why I was surprised, but I was caught off guard maybe that Callan was so excited to be headed out here. FaceTiming Preston, texting Preston leading up to coming out to camp, and it's good to see them excited about getting to a place where they can be outdoors and they can have fun, but also are learning something about a respectful way of going about chasing animals, of working with a firearm, of just shooting at the range. It's tiring, really, as an adult, someone to try and get them through that and try and temper the chastising with the learning. Never really mad at them, maybe not always, a couple times, but just trying to get them to learn the right ways of going about doing stuff.
In the blind early, well before sunrise, Callan is hunting a small clearing, an old feeder off to the right. The warm December temperatures have the deer moving early, then bedding down midday to escape the heat. The Stealth Cam scouting cameras have recorded a good buck in the area, and just after sunrise, with a handful of does in the field, there he was.
Right as the deer really started coming in, right as light started. What's the word I'm looking for? Shining into the field. Yeah. And then this big buck with a tall rack came through the back and then started chasing the does in and out of the field for like 30 minutes, right? And then the first time I had an open shot on him, pulled the trigger, we didn't have a bullet loaded.
Thanks to Callan for mentioning that I didn't load the bullet the first time and he had a click. Yeah, I was afraid I was going to ruin that hunt for him.
So then he just went for another 10 minutes chasing the does out of the field. And then he gave us another chance to where he came in, he was getting more calm, started to eat something. And then we made sure we had the bullet loaded, put me on fire, and I pulled the trigger. Yeah.
Did you? Yeah. I heard something. Shh, there's a forky right here. How'd it feel? How'd it feel?
I was right on him. I didn't move.
He didn't flinch?
No.
I saw him launch up a little bit. It looked like his right leg wasn't feeling too good.
On his first, I saw him, here, shot, looked up, and then he landed. It was wobbly on his front right.
A little bit, yeah.
And then he
Where'd you aim?
Shoulder was there, belt was there.
Just right behind the shoulder?
A little up too.
He did a great job because I don't think he's hunted long enough to understand how hard it is to get a buck that's chasing its in rut to stop and give you a really good broadside shot for a length of time to get a shot off. So not only did he get a shot off, but he made almost a perfect shot because the deer was running dead and it was inside of 50 yards. It was maybe 35 or 40.
I want to get
Preston, how
spiked.
do you do?
How do I do? I do amazing. That's what I do.
Let's see if we
Good
can find
job.
out where you hit him.
Let's go see if we can find my deer.
My first trophy attempted buck. Let's go. And you're coming along with me, bucko.
With a good buck down, this should be a fairly short walk. We're at the ranch in South Texas for our annual youth hunt. And just before the break, Callan Nessel made a great shot on his first trophy buck. With Dad and best bud Preston at his side, they gave it a minute before exiting the blind.
Callan, you lead the way, bud. You can see it though, right?
I can't tell if it's poop or not. Dad.
He's right there. Wow, you didn't go far at all. Wow.
I think your taxidermy bill went up.
That's okay. That's worth it. Well, he's not feeling very good.
It's a big body deer.
Oh, that's gnarly.
Oh my goodness, bro.
That's cute.
It does look like he probably dug in a little
1,
bit.
2, 3. Does that count?
That first morning, we didn't really had low expectations. We're hoping for a nice, a good size 8 or something like that. That Callan could have as his first trophy, and what ended up happening is he got ridiculously lucky. We got ridiculously lucky. That's a good deer.
That one is going on the wall. Memories for a lifetime. While the boys and Steve wait for reinforcements, we'll head across the ranch and check in with Cullen and Scott Newby. Hunting his 3rd season with us, Cullen is hoping to harvest his first buck. If he gets a chance, he'll be shooting the 10-point TX-28. He's put in the practice time and can hit the red from 50 yards.
So, went for my first buck.
Yeah, year number 3 coming into it now.
And we went to a stand on Jinx, significantly, and coincidentally. And there was this tiny little buck that was just there, hanging out there for a long time, probably like a 4-point. He just walked away, and I'm like, he's too small. Then this doe and fawn came out, and they were standing around. A bunch of aoudads came out. It was a really eventful day, but I didn't get a shot.
So the good thing is, this is just the first sit, just kind of like, getting that first hunt jitters out of us. And you had a lot of good opportunities to be able to like shoulder the crossbow and figure out different angles and all that. So we've got, even tonight as well.
Yeah.
So cool thing is, Callan got a sweet buck, so we'll get packed up, loaded up, go back to camp, check out his buck, and definitely celebrate with him. So that's gonna be pretty cool.
Later that afternoon, Cullen and his dad headed back out, this time to a different stand in an area known as Devastation.
Second hunt of the day, we went to a stand called Devastation. And there were 2 does when we were walking in under the feeder. And so we got them riled up, and they just ran around back. And we were sitting there forever. Just nothing happened.
With the warm December weather, it's time to settle in, as it will be a couple hours before things get going. It's December 27 in South Texas, and we're at the ranch with Yamaha's Steve Nessel and Scott Newby, along with both of their sons. An annual post-Christmas tradition. We've already seen Callan Nessel take his first trophy. At the break, we left Cullen Newby in the field looking for his first buck. We'll get back to his hunt in a minute. But first, we wanted to check in with Callan Newby's best friend, Preston. Hunting his 2nd year at the ranch with the Nessels, Preston was hoping to harvest a management buck that has been frequenting the area. Sitting the better part of the morning, plans changed when a group of aoudads showed up and set up shop. Exotics are year-round opportunities in Texas, one that Preston couldn't pass up.
I just took the shot, and it ran about 50 yards, and then until it crashed.
A short walk through the thick stuff, and
it.
Preston has his view.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's too cool.
Good shot, Preston.
Hey bud, excellent shot.
Good shot.
Excellent shot. Come on. Get up here, put your hands on it. That's cool, dude, yes.
Heavy guy.
Well, heavy girl, but it's all good.
With 2 down, it's been a successful hunt for the Nestle crew.
I say another successful. This one was a very successful youth. So they're always good. The kids always have a good time, but man, we checked a lot of boxes, a lot of lifelong memories, and that's what we come out here for, and really appreciative. And Preston, you know, this kid, when he says one of the things he loves is that how hospitable, how people are welcoming. Oh, good Lord. Yes, good for you, kid. And good for us for putting that environment and welcoming him into it and having him feel welcomed and having him recognize that. That's amazing. So that's another box checked. And this is a great place, and we're thankful to have it.
Getting back to the newbies, Scott and Cullen have been sitting for the better part of the afternoon. We're in a blind in an area known as Devastation. We've seen a lot of successful hunts in this part of the ranch, and we'll be talking about that on our next show. But for now, a long sit has paid off. A lone cull buck has entered the picture, and Cullen has his chance.
As I look to my left, I see the buck that I was going for, and I was like, buck, buck, buck. And so he was 24 yards away, right at the crossbow, and I shot him.
Oh, good shot. Good shot.
He didn't go far either.
24 yards with a 10-point crossbow, and Cullen took the shot. Congratulations, young man.
I see blood on the ground. So, okay, all right. All right, so tell the camera what happened.
He spooked him. We waited like 30 minutes, and then we saw the doe starting to come back out. And then you could see this doe just trailing like a little nervously back where the gate is. And then he came in from the side. It was around this area. Then the feeder went off, and he like scooted over here and slowly made his way back around. And that's when he was broadside 24 yards away, and I took the shot, and I feel really good about it. So we'll just give it some time, and then we'll go track him down and hopefully find him.
Yeah, buddy, good job, man.
When I shot on the cell cam, the exact moment I shot, took a picture of me shooting it, and so we got to analyze the shot.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy there. I've never had that before, where right when you take the shot, the deer's actually reacting, you can see the bolt going through them, and it was just amazing timing and kind of a cool deal. You can see it going through, and then we tracked them, found them, and got your very first whitetail buck.
Here we go, bud, this way.
Huh?
It's this way.
It circles around.
I know, but we want to follow the blood trail.
Okay.
Yeah. You see, look, there's a bunch on this branch right here.
Yeah, and there's some right here.
Yep. All on the ground over here. Ran right through here.
That smacked right into me.
All right, pick up the blood trail again.
Wait, where? Oh yeah, there's some right there, some right there. There's a bunch right here.
Yeah,
oh! Yo! Yo! Let's go! Let's go!
Check that out, dude. What do you think?
Oh, let's go.
How do you feel, man? First buck.
I'm really happy. Look, the shot's right there.
Yeah, you want me to drag him out so we can see him better?
Yeah.
All right.
What are you gonna do with them?
I'm gonna make him a Euro mount, and I'm gonna hang him up on my wall.
Yeah, and even better, you're gonna eat them too.
Yeah.
And that will do it for this week on Yamaha's Whitetail Diaries. Whether your needs are utility, hunting, or recreation, Yamaha has an ATV or side-by-side to suit the job. Look them up at YamahaMotorsports.com. A big thanks to Umarex air guns and to 10-point crossbows. Keep up with the Yamaha Whitetail Diaries on social media. We're pretty easy to find. We'll see you next time, right here on the Yamaha Whitetail Diaries.